This is Leaf Life. All things cannabis for all people. Now, Ricker and the Bearded Lorax.
We publish a free magazine that's everywhere, and it's called The Leaf. It's available in print in 14 states at your local cannabis retailer, and also available online. Go check it out at leafmagazines.com. I'm Mike Ricker, your host of Leaf Life. What's up? With my co-host Wes Abney, also known as the Bearded Lorax.
I speak for the trees.
And of course, there's AJ OG.
Hola, aloha OGs.
And Mary J. White.
Baked with love.
For single people, searching for a relationship partner is easier than ever thanks to the internet. However, while identifying a candidate is no problem, bridging the distance between Venus and Mars is a different story. This is Dating for Women.
That is so true.
Oh my goodness. It's about,
How does it go? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus,
Yeah.
and nowadays they can both have a penis.
Oh, that's a whole new spin on it.
Why
Our
not?
first segment called Experiences and Exploits, and our second segment, The Hopeless Romantic. But before we get educated, we've got to get medicated, so let's get stoned.
All right, let's go.
Wherever your day has led you, now it's time to fire up, chew up, or drink up and get in the mood as we introduce this show's Greg the Guinea Pig.
Hi, I'm Greg, and Ricker used to try his weed out on me. But now it's someone else's turn to be the guinea pig.
She's here. She spent 15 years as a radio personality and has never been married. Tori D.
Yeah,
Welcome
Tori.
to the
Hello.
Leaf Life Podcast.
Thank you for having me.
And
Congratulations.
It kind of
Yes.
sounds sad when you say it that way.
No, yeah.
But
Well,
I've
you're-
never been married.
Yeah, but neither
Empowering.
have I.
Okay.
You know.
Well, we're on the same page
AJ
at least.
You're
AJ's
not
never been
selling
there.
her on it.
Yeah. I mean, there are people out there that never, got married, that ran the gauntlet
Sure.
and avoided the bullets.
I think you're
Right.
smart. I've been married twice, divorced 3 times. So there you go. Wait, no. I had what? Anyway, yes.
Oh, Lord.
For what it counts for, I've been engaged twice.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Doesn't count.
No, damn.
You got to get there. So, AJ, spin that wheel. See what you're going to
yeah.
do.
For sure.
What's in AJ's?
All right, you guys, we have some bomb flower from Ember Valley, Tiger King today.
Oh.
Ember Valley, they've won several awards. I know they won an Emerald Cup. They've got this dope QR code, and it'll give you history about their company and about their strains.
Cool.
So let's look at this beautiful flower. I always like taking a nice close look at award-winning flower.
What's the strain?
This one is called Tiger King.
Tiger King.
Nice.
Wasn't that the TV show during the pandemic about the
That
dude?
crazy guy, yeah, that he's in prison now. I think he might have gotten out. But
Poor Tiger King.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ugh.
Lord.
Creepy dude.
Bomb.
So creepy.
I think it's reality TV. It's all about how they spin it, you know?
Totally.
I don't know. That was abuse of tigers. There
Yes.
was, yeah, and
I
that's
think Carol Baskins is the
also
creepy
a,
one.
Also a nut job.
What? Her husband's been missing for all these years, and she has a tiger farm.
Oh, no.
I just wonder what could have happened.
Oh, my God.
You sound like the Tiger King himself.
That's
Free
like
Joe
dating
Exotic.
that's dating gone very wrong
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you meet the tiger's mouth.
AJ, how's that Ember Valley? Smells good.
Very smooth, and I love the kush. I feel like there's some kush in this. I don't know exactly what the cross is, but I'm going to be finding out. Has an indica effect. It's nice and calming on the body.
That's
All right.
good.
All right. Well, let's get to it. Experiences and exploits. I mean, we've all been there. And, not just in the dating world, but the relationship world. It's really easy to get into one, not so easy to get out of one. And people change. People evolve.
Yeah.
You could live with somebody 3 years later. There's someone completely different that you started living with 3 years ago. And to grow together in the same way with somebody over a span of 10, 20, 30, your whole life years seems like an insurmountable job from the beginning. But it's like, when you're young, hot, and horny, no problem. This is a great idea. Yeah. Well, 20, 30 years later, it's like, who is this person I'm sleeping next to? And they're not the same one that I married.
Right.
So staying single isn't a bad idea because now you're patient and you're waiting around for that soulmate, that person that you're compatible with. Because now in your 30s, you know yourself better.
I know myself and I don't want to waste my energy anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and also part of this too is we are so programmed to think that there's one person, your soulmate,
right?
Maybe one every 5 years or something, But I mean, come on, it's that kind of restriction.
Well, it ends. Yeah. It was a Woody Allen movie where an old woman said, "Love fades." It was a famous line, and it's true.
Sure
all of it fades, and so when that's all gone and the kids are there, and you find yourself allocating 50% of your energy to make sure someone else is happy or the kids are happy, there's not a lot of time left for yourself. So it's really smart, I think, to be patient and wait and play the dating game. How has it been for you? And as far as experiences and exploits, I'd love to hear from you.
It's been interesting because I was celibate for about a year.
Whoa. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was celibate for about a year, and then I re-entered the dating scene, and I kind of realized that I didn't want to waste the energy getting to know people, right? So I now date on this principle of fuck yes. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
So basically, when I go on a first date with somebody, if I don't walk away and I'm immediately like, I want to get to know this person more, it's an automatic fuck no. Like if I'm not like fuck yes, I want to be with this person and get to know them, it's a fuck no. So I go on a lot of first dates, not a lot of second dates because of that principle. But I'm having more fun.
There you go.
Because again, I'm not giving my energy to somebody that I have to get to know. And then 3-4 weeks in, I'm like, well, this person's boring as shit.
Well,
or they put up a facade.
Yes. Yeah.
And what you're saying really resonates because, I left, what's his name, almost 6 years ago now, and you start out in the dating world and you get all the people on the apps and you meet people and about a third of them never again. But then they're always the ones who are like, hey, this could be something, right?
Yeah.
But I was so starved for anything that I'm like, oh my God, we had a conversation. I love you, man.
Yeah.
And that's not the way to do that either.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's easy to get, I don't want to say desperate, but when you want to be loved, you want to be loved. And so then I find, for me anyway, I don't do it anymore, but I used to all over look, all those red flags and the beige flags. These are almost as bad as the red flags.
They're more deceptive.
Beige flags.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yes,
So.
a beige flag. I'm curious about these beige flags.
Well, when something is going to be boring.
Oh,
if all
a beige
he wants
flag.
to,
Boring. Okay.
Yeah.
They're like the safe things.
Yeah.
Not a green, not a full green flag, but things that you wouldn't look at somebody and say, oh, that's a no. But it's a good quality. It may not just be the good quality that you can put up with.
Exactly.
He plays. He's really good at video games.
Yeah.
I don't like video games. Beige flag.
Very useless thing to be good at. So in this era of technology and apps, we're more connected than ever, and I've read articles about the illusion of options from a male perspective, where we go on a dating app as a man and we see all these women.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, there's so many women, but how many of them are close to you or compatible? It's an illusion.
Yeah.
As women today, you guys are getting tons and tons and tons of men looking and having that illusion of so much options. It creates, from what I've heard, a lot of demand. Where a single woman might have hundreds or even thousands of messages on Tinder, where the guy has like 3 responses and 2 are from a bot.
Well,
so
that's
is
not
that
fair.
true? And has it changed in that era where with digital tools anyone can hit you up? Is it harder to filter?
I mean, I don't have dating apps anymore, but when I did, it was overwhelming of the messages and the likes and everything. And it's all, hi, how are you? What are you doing? And so it is kind of this demand thing of who's going to catch my attention first, but nobody's doing anything to catch any attention. Like the men aren't coming with anything original.
Yeah.
Too many fish in the sea?
Yeah, or whatever you want to call the chum at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
I really appreciate authentic connections. It's like so important to me. And so I'm not even like, I just set up my LinkedIn recently because I'm like, okay, I kind of need to like I want to see what's going on in the corporate world, and I want to see what kind of opportunities are out there. But I even stayed away from that because of the amount of flooding that comes your way, even when it comes to business, as a woman, and if you're out there like that offering, just open as like, hey, contact me, you're going to get contacted. It's like you get hit up. It's a lot to weed through. So
you called that flooding?
Flooding? Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
That's what you said.
I'm not so much about dating, actually, you guys. I like to live life. I love to make friends.
But
and
what about having the sex?
Ooh,
you need to have the sex.
You can have sex with friends. There's good friends that you can
That's good.
That's what friends are for.
I mean, I'd just rather have an exclusive partner myself,
friends.
but the dating part is just so complicated and convoluted and it's a lot to take on.
So what are some of your stories, Tori?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I just went on a blind date the other day. This isn't super juicy, but it's kind of like when women overcomplicate men, because I think we all have that tendency, oh, he's not talking to me, he's not texting me.
Yeah.
It's because he's in his feelings about me and he just needs some time to break away.
Yeah, right.
I went on this blind date. It was a setup from a friend of mine, and the dude ignored me the entire time. Wouldn't look me in the eye, wouldn't initiate conversation. When I tried to initiate conversation with him, he wouldn't engage. And at the end of it, he left, didn't even say goodbye to me. And my girlfriend was like, well, what'd you think? And I was like, that man's not interested in me. And she goes, no, he's intimidated by your confidence, Tori.
Fuck off.
And I was like, wait a second. As men, when there's a woman in front of you and you're on a date and you realize you're not interested, you don't engage, right? Like,
yeah, sure.
Or maybe
I think that's like maybe a millennial thing of just like, I'm going to just write. Like if I really didn't want to be with someone,
you just say it
at a coffee or having a beer, like this just doesn't feel right. Let's call it. Yeah. But to just sit and ignore someone, that's not a strong man.
The rudest man I've ever met in my life. But
strange.
It's
still
not polite.
Right, exactly.
And that shit hurts.
It lacks,
It didn't hurt me.
It would hurt me.
Because I'm kind of a bitch, though.
It would affect me. Yeah, but that's a front that you're putting on to protect yourself from the hurt. Let's be real.
That's what she said. Yeah, that's what my girlfriend said.
And women will still like be polite. Like if you're on a first date and you're not interested in this person beyond that date, you're not going to be rude for the most part.
Right.
I think that's like a decency thing that maybe people today, after isolation and everything, they don't know how to date. Dating is more than swiping right.
Right.
It's you have to talk.
It's interaction.
You have to engage.
Yeah.
And you got to say more than hi.
It's one thing, it's one area where I think technology has created a detriment for society, because my brother, my younger cousins, 90s below, age brackets, I'm not sure what millennials, right? They have trouble communicating, just like with each other, even just like with friends and family. Like it's not as fluid for them, just communicating, I don't know. It's very interesting that. And I've noticed that when my brother was ready to date, he was like 22 and he dated late. He was very focused on college, but he took me out and on like a hangout. Hey, sis, can I ask you some questions? And he's like, is it okay to stare at a girl? Is it okay? Like he literally, the communication barrier there was he didn't know how to do it, how to engage there. But he's a techie, He's
there you are.
Techie. And a lot of millennials are techies. So I think that it's definitely making relationships and dating evolve.
Yeah.
A little more complicated.
They're going to be stoked when the sex bots come into play, right?
Box.
Tori, now it's time for you to play Salmon or Salamander.
Fasten your ear holes and listen carefully.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Because words that sound kind of the same rarely mean the same thing.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
This is Salmon or Salamander or something.
There you go, Mary. It's your favorite.
I know, I love this one.
On the heels of the massive global success of the games Serbia or Siberia, Australia or Austria, and of course Colombia or Cambodia, the franchise continues with more mind-bending pronunciations.
You're gonna love it.
All right, here we go.
All right, number one. These females, the salmon or salamander. All right, Tori?
Okay.
Here we go.
I think I got it.
These females are capable of laying up to 450 eggs at a time. Salmon or salamander?
Salmon.
She's wrong.
Oh my goodness.
Salamanders.
Salmon lay thousands of eggs at a time.
Yes.
The salamander, 450.
Yep.
You didn't study. Jeez.
Gosh, Tori, nice
I
job.
never do. That's why I failed all my classes in college.
Oh, no.
That's why you got into radio.
Yeah.
She was a radio DJ for 15 years.
Hey.
Mary for
Shout out.
25. Myself for 18.
Wow. Nice, you guys.
All right, number 2.
Holding it down.
This species has been known to live up to 7 years. Salmon or salamander?
What was the last one?
This species has been known to live up to 7 years.
I don't know. Salmon. I'm going with salmon again.
She's right.
Oh, yeah.
Because the longest living salamander has been known to live up to 60 years.
Oh, man.
Hey, you learned something on this show, Mary, huh?
Salmon don't live very long if I'm around.
That's right, baby. Because you eat them.
Bearded loraxes catch them in their teeth.
Is that right?
Let's go. And number 3. This has been a favorite pet of bearded loraxes for generations. Salmon or salamander?
Salamander.
Well, we'll give you a right answer, but the answer is both the salmon and the salamander. In fact, the bearded lorax currently has a 20-gallon fish tank where Sammy the salmon gives horseback rides to Solomon the salamander. And when the lorax shoves his face onto the outside of the tank and traps a live cricket in his beard, which gives the appearance to the two hungry pals that the insect is easy prey, tangled in a web and ready to be eaten, they do a trick where they roll over just like an orca at SeaWorld, which reminds the bearded lorax of the time he tried to free Willy with a horseback ride of his own as he hung tightly onto the dorsal fin and did flips to the shocked onlookers from the city of Seattle on the shores of Puget Sound.
Oh, my goodness.
Jesus, God, that was one sentence.
a
Jesus, how do you do that?
mouthful.
It's impressive.
I'm
I
glad you
have
guys
a great outside life. Outside work life.
bearded lorax.
Wow.
Adventurous.
If you want to discover cannabis news, reviews, entertainment, and culture, and explore every Leaf magazine at your convenience, search leafmagazines.com. Coming up in our second segment, we'll dive into how the hopeless romanticism should never die. We'll get another spin of AJ's wheel and kick it all off with another episode of Where in the World with Mary J. White. Leaf Live continues in just a moment.
These products have intoxicating effects and may be habit-forming.
Marijuana can impair concentration, coordination, and judgment.
Do not operate a vehicle or machinery under the influence of this drug.
There may be health risks associated with consumption of these products.
For use by adults 21 and older.
Keep out of the reach of children.
Some of the wardrobe, including Ricker and Wes's sick lids, provided by Grassroots California. Check out the dopeness at grassrootscalifornia.com.